how are you doing? It's good to see you all again this week. This week our lesson is going to focus on honesty. We have a lot of characteristics that we all pride ourselves on, and I hope that one of those characteristics that you take a lot of pride in is the fact that you are an honest person. So this week we're going to really focus on honesty. To be thought of as an honest person, you need to really continually demonstrate that quality. That means that being an honest person, if you want to be known as that, we're not just honest once, we're not just honest when we feel like we want to be honest, we are an honest person all the time. We are put into different situations, we are experiencing different things, and in any of those situations or any of those experiences, we are always telling the truth and we are always being honest. So a good way to look at that is to think honesty all the time. So this lesson we're going to go and take a look at some different situations where people have the opportunity to be honest and to see what you feel is the best way to handle that situation and for you to be an honest person in your actions. So the first thing I want to do is talk a little bit about what honesty is. So if you have to tell somebody what honesty means to you, what is honesty? I want you to take a couple of minutes here. You can pause the video, and I want you to share with somebody that's around you, or even do yourself if you're on your own, what honesty means. All right, so I hope you're back with me. You were able to think about what honesty means and kind of give it a little bit of a definition. If we think about honesty, honesty means telling the truth. Honesty means that we're behaving in a way that we are always being truthful. We are behaving in a way that is true. We're not looking at things in a false way. We're looking at things as a truthful person with truthful characteristics and truthful experiences. We're going to take a look at some different examples of where we can look at how we can be honest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a situation. Then I would like for you to pause the video after that situation and think of how you would handle this situation being completely honest and being truthful. Okay? So, first one, you're out shopping. So you are at a gas station like Casey's, Pump and Pack, pumping stuff. You head out to Hy-Vee or to Walmart, and you are going to buy something, and you pay your money, and you give the clerk a $10 bill. The person that you give your money to, they give you way too much money back. They give you too much change. So, what do you do? I want you to pause the video and share your answer with someone and think about what you would do if you were being an honest person. You have paid the clerk $10, and she has now given you way too much money back. Okay, go ahead and pause and discuss that, and then we'll kind of get together after. Okay, so what are you going to do? You have now been given too much change back. What do you think would be the honest answer, the honest thing to do? The honest thing to do would be to give the money back. Next one. You are working on a list of chores. So you've been asked to complete a few chores around the house, and you are working on a list of chores to get finished at a certain point. So now you have been asked if you finished all those chores. Well, you were supposed to, but you didn't get them done. But it was because you had to help out your next door neighbor, and you had to make sure that you were there for them, and you helped out a couple other people with some of their stuff too. But you're not really sure if that's going to be a good enough excuse. Will somebody listen to that as an excuse? What do you think the honest thing to do is? Okay, go ahead and pause and discuss that. All right. What's the honest thing to do? Honestly, if you didn't get your stuff done, you need to be honest about it. Just tell us that you didn't get it done. Tell the person that you were talking with that, you know what, I didn't get it done. If you helped your neighbor, explain that. Say, I was helping our neighbor rake some leaves. They were having some problems with their leaf blower, and I helped them out, and now I'll have time to get those chores done. Make sure you're honest. If you got it done, then you say I got it done. If you didn't get it done, be honest about that too. All right, next situation. A friend of yours invited you to go bowling, but you already promised someone else that you would go out with them. You do not want to hurt your friend's feelings. What's the honest thing to do? Go ahead and pause and discuss. Okay, what's the honest thing to do? The honest thing to do is you need to be honest with your friend. If your friend is asking you to go out and go bowling, you need to tell them that you've already been committed to another event. You've already had plans ahead, and you would like to spend time with them, but maybe you could spend time with them at a different time, a different date, or another time for another activity. But if you've already made plans with somebody else, you need to be honest and let your friend know that you've already had plans in place. Next situation. You were going to go help your aunt out. She needed a little bit of help, and so she asked you to take some boxes down to the post office for her. But she asked you to take those boxes to the post office before noon so they could get out in the mail today. She's gone now, so she won't know whether you did it or not. What is the honest thing to do? Go ahead and pause and discuss. All right, what is the honest thing to do? If your aunt needed her help, or if your aunt needed your help and you said you would help her, take the boxes to the post office. If you needed to have them there before noon and it is still before noon, you need to take those boxes to the post office. If it's afternoon and you still have not done it, you need to take those boxes to the post office and be honest with your aunt and tell her, I'm sorry, I didn't get the boxes to the post office until 2:30. All right, I have one more question and one more situation for you. Some kids were you go to a movie, and there's some kids in the movie theater that were throwing some popcorn around while you're trying to watch the movie. There's an usher that comes in that works at the movie theater, and he comes in and he asks you, which kids were causing the problem? What's the honest thing for you to do? Okay, go ahead and pause and discuss that, and let me know what your thoughts are when you're finished. Okay, the honest thing to do is if those kids were throwing that popcorn around in the movie theater, that's against the rules. They should not be doing that. So you can let the usher know. Now, do you have to call those kids out and make a big production out of it and point them out and yell? No. You can discreetly, nicely, and calmly let the usher know which kids were involved. Okay, I have a couple of questions for you before we kind of finish up today and leave you with a couple of thoughts to think about throughout the week. Being honest is a very good quality to have, but we have to really think about how we are being honest. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase of somebody saying to you, wow, you are really brutally honest. We all need to be honest with ourselves and with other people, but there's ways to do it nicely, and there's ways to do it not very nicely. So you need to make sure that you think about how you are being honest with others, and make sure that you're being truthful with them, but not brutally, that you're still being what they would call tactful. You are still thinking about their feelings, you are still thinking about being kind to them and telling them in the right way. So you have to also think that people do have feelings and emotions, and there's a right way to tell them. You can tell them the truth, but you don't have to be mean about telling them that. And you can think about what words you use, stop, think about what you're going to say before you say it, and give them an honest answer, the truthful answer, but in a very kind way. So, what I want you to kind of think about two things as I kind of finish up for today. The first one that I want you to really think about is, what are ways that you can make sure that you are being truthful with other people, but you're being honest with them, but you're not being brutally honest? I want you to see if you can think of some examples of how you can be truthful with others in a non-mean way. And the next one is I want you to stop and think about the people that you know. Think about the people you know and the people that are around you. We often act as the people that we are with. The company that we keep does have an influence on the person we are. So I hope you are surrounding yourself with honest people, with truthful people. So what I really want you to think about is think of someone that you really consider to be a very honest person. Who would you describe as being very honest? And when you're thinking of that person, why do you consider them honest? What things do they do that keep them honest and make other people think that they are such an honest person? Okay? So those are the two questions I leave you with. Who is someone that you know that is honest, and why do you think that they are such an honest person? And how can you be truthful and honest with somebody but not be mean at the same time? Okay? Taking that phrase of brutally honest into consideration and into mind. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. The weather should be looking pretty nice here within the next few days. I hope you get a little bit of time to enjoy some sunshine and some fresh air within the next week or so. All right. Happy January. Have a great day, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.